Okay, so sa previous episode na pag-usapan natin yung bakbakan between ito na, I might say something with myself in trouble. Let's just say factions versus factions of the administration with the 2028 elections and the Duterte potential comeback in mind. All the things are gonna go crazy. Buster runs, Digong runs, I don't know, Polong runs, Tulfos run. I mean, my goodness, it's gonna be crazy. Senate. Good luck na lang. We discussed already in the previous episode what could happen if Digong is the Senate president. Manggugulo din yan, di ba? Like, coup out yung sa baba, sa taas, lahat. But in this episode, let's talk about also the real prospect of war. You know, I just came from Washington, D.C., so we're discussing with some folks there about Philippine-U.S. alliance, the China question, Taiwan. So one of the things that I want to discuss with you today, we already had some discussion on AFPs. Ikaw, Ronald, aren't you worried now on the Taiwan issue? Baka we we might go a little bit too deep with the Americans in a sense that might provoke China. I know I'm gonna argue against this statement right away. I would say, but of course, as some correctly also say, we cannot afford Taiwan to become China because then you have a giant island just to the north of Batanes.
100 kilometers away.
Yeah, I mean, like 80 miles lang. I mean, it's so scary. No, so kaya we have some people like siguro si Admiral Ong, for instance, we had a discussion, sabi niya, yun yung worst case scenario niya. Probably even worse than West Philippine Sea. Kasi West Philippine Sea, maliliit na isla yung inaway, pinagawa yun dito. Ito, Taiwan, giant eh. Next to us, next to Luzon, right? To the centers of power, next to Ilocos, next to BBM's home province, etc. How do you feel about this Taiwan issue? Because from my understanding, the Americans want to have maximal access there, including the possibility of they can put weapon systems, fighter jets, etc. Sasabihin nila, humanitarian, charot-charot, EDCA, charot-charot. Pero in reality, maybe they're planning for really D-Day. And then now you're seeing Kibo visiting there together with Bronner, together with the Admiral, head of Philippine Navy, dun sa Mavulis. I mean, these are huge. And from my understanding, there could be balikatan exercises, some of them there in the Batanes area. There are discussions about Pentagon building port facilities. Of course, everything will be said in terms of defensive, humanitarian. But hindi naman tanga ang China, di ba? I mean, they're not even reading in between the lines. They're seeing things as they're happening. What is your sense on this? I mean, during Pinoy's time, didn't the Taiwan issue come into the picture? It's not like walang tensions ng panahon ng Pinoy, di ba?
Not much dahil ang focus kasi noon itong
West Philippine Sea talaga.
West Philippine Sea, Scarborough specifically, no? Yan yung defining moment ng Aquino administration. At nagsisimula pa lang itayo itong mga artificial islands within our EEZ. So mas naka-focus yung Pinoy government dun sa West Philippine Sea. Andun yung Taiwan, no? Pero hindi inaasahan at that time na ito ay magiging immediate concern, no? Ngayon kasi ay yan yung entry point sa Pacific eh. At from the Pacific, yan yung entry point sa South China Sea, no? Yung strait sa Japan is not too huge, not too big as yung strait in between Taiwan and the Batanes area. So very significant siya. At the most important port ng Taiwan, no, ay nandun sa part na yun eh, no, nandun sa southern part ng Taiwan, no. If there's going to be a war, yan yung unang dudurugin ng China, no, yung port na yan, dahil diyan babagsak yung mga support ng US, ng Australia. Diyan babagsak sa port na yan. So they have to destroy that. And that's very close to the Philippines. At tingin ko, it's not lost in translation naman that the two EDCA camps in Isabela and Cagayan is more to guard that strait, no? That strait.
Strait, Bashi-chan.
It's not to guard the West Philippine Sea. No, it's landlocked eh. No, Isabela and Cagayan are landlocked. It's more northward looking, no? Northward looking. At kaya ang problema sa ating constitution, we still denounce war as an instrument of foreign policy unless we are attacked. In that case, Taiwan, we are not being attacked, no? Paano tayo ano yung ating magiging role kung halimbawa Taiwan ang atakihin and the Americans are in Isabela and Cagayan, no? Yan yung tricky. Yan yung tricky diyan, no? I'm not sure kung ang alam ko latest wala pa masyadong infrastructure na itinatayo diyan sa dalawang EDCA camps na yan, sa Isabela at saka sa Cagayan. Pero pwedeng mag-escalate yan eh. But everybody is waiting for the November elections in the US, especially the Chinese. Pero ang alam ko, yung coastal area ng China across Taiwan ay talagang nag-i-scale up na militarily, no? I think they're preparing for war, no? Whether the
And
war
they
is
might do it actually preemptively. I mean, there's some
yes,
discussions in this right now
whether
that
the
China
war
might
will
strike
happening
first.
within the year or in 5 years or 10 years is a different thing. But the entire coast of China, no, ay talagang nag-scale up in terms of build up,
Yan,
military build up, no?
Fujian area especially.
Yes, yes. At ang alam ko, may marching orders diyan si Xi Jinping to prepare for war, no?
The war that they can win, a modern war. Hindi lang just prepare for war na bara-bara like Putin, di ba?
Yes, yes.
You're
At
absolutely
yan,
right. Yeah.
yeah, at iba yan sa Ukraine, no? Iba yan sa Ukraine. It could be very quick, no? Dahil hindi naman kasing laki ng Ukraine ng Taiwan. No, yun, 'di ba? At a lot of countries might be drawn diyan. Not only the Americans, the Japanese, the Australians, possibly the Koreans and the New Zealanders, no, etc. I'm not sure about ASEAN, some ASEAN countries, no.
Probably Singapore will inevitably be drawn because the US has warships and positions also there. Ako
Yes,
naman, having Ronald, I don't,
Singapore is also very close to China. Most of the
economically,
towns are
yes.
filled
Yeah.
with Chinese money, so they will
Yeah.
have second thoughts.
They will try to have. They definitely always have second thoughts. But ako kasi feeling ko, tatargetin na tayo ng China. If they're gonna invade Taiwan, unahin na nila yung mga volleys, yung mga facilities para hindi magamit ng mga Amerikano. The Chinese are not gonna wait to see what we're gonna do. They're gonna just hit those bases para hindi na makarespond ang
Yes,
Amerika.
yes.
So essentially, we have no choice. In a way, we have to prepare for it. That's increasingly my understanding, thanks to China's understanding of this situation. So there's no way out of it. But having said that, what is the best thing we can get out?
Pero iba kasi Richard, yung attacking Taiwan na matagal na nilang kine-claim na part ng China, iba yung attacking a different country like the Philippines, no? Kahit mga US based, lalo na mga US bases 'yan, no? Dito, no, bagamat wala silang extraterritoriality like Clark at saka Subic before, pero these are US bases. So, that will be a major scaling up. No? Ibang usapin kung yung bakbakan is limited in Taiwan. Iba kung mag-expand siya halimbawa sa Isabela and Cagayan with the EDCA sites. Tingin ko even China ay magtatatlong isip na gawin 'yon, no?
Kaya
Tingin
nga
ko
mahirap kasi there's no way they can just attack Taiwan without hitting American bases in Japan and also hitting potential American.
pero ang tingin ko na factor in nila, kaya nga ang tingin ko strategy nila is to take over Taiwan in 3 days. No? Para hindi na makaporma all the others, no? Para tulungan ang Taiwan. At
Parang
for
hindi na
now,
narinig ko kay Putin na he wanted to get Kiev in 3 days. Yung
yes,
mga 3 days.
but Taiwan is so small, no? Ukraine is bigger than France, 'di ba?
Taiwan is an island, so
Yeah.
it's hard to invade the island. Amphibious
Yeah.
yan eh. And remember, Taiwan is a developed country, very industrialized country, unlike Ukraine na mas mahirap pa nga sa Pilipinas. So I get your point, but
Yeah, but China is willing to lose 1 million men. No? Just to unite. Tingin ko, willing sila mag-take ng casualties. No?
and this is a one-child policy country, so you're gonna
Yeah.
affect 1 million families.
Yeah.
Especially isa lang anak
And
mo.
we have 200,000 Filipinos
Yeah.
in Taiwan, no? Definitely, no? Yung madodrawing tayo diyan, no?
Well, I think ASEAN will be involved because you also have hundreds of thousands of Indonesians, etc. So siguro the ASEAN issue will be more humanitarian and they will need Philippines kasi i-evacuate mo sila Batanes, Cagayan, di ba?
Yeah.
So
But during the fog of war, mahirap na mag-distinguish ano yung humanitarian, ano yung hostile.
magulo yan.
Diba?
Yeah, ang hirap nun.
In the
Yeah,
fog of
kaya
war,
nga,
no?
it's a total nightmare. Total.
Yeah.
In fact, one reason I was in Tokyo the other week no nung nag-usap tayo is we were doing war games already with friends on this issue. It's a mess. It's just a mess. Ang hirap ng situation talaga. How Indonesia will respond, how Singapore will respond, how Tokyo will respond. It's a very difficult situation. But just to close on this topic, I mean, it goes back again to Philippine-US alliance, di ba? Ang akin lang naman, sana naman hindi lang tayo hanggang real estate alliance lang, yung tipong, oh, you'll have access to my base or not. You want to have a situation where the Philippines has projection capability or counter-strike capability or some sort of capability its own, di ba? Na hindi lang tayo taga-bigay lang ng susi sa
Well, itong
set.
parating na mga Indian missiles, no, have a counter strike.
Pero sa West Philippines yan eh. Limited.
Yeah,
So you have
yeah.
few batteries, ilalagay mo yan sa Palawan. Ang point
Yes,
ko
yes,
is,
yes.
I mean, I think it's right that we're reaching out to India, Korea, etc. But at the end of the day, I mean, I was just in Washington, D.C. They were discussing what? An $80 billion bill for Israel and Ukraine, right? It's not like those countries are not equipped already, you know, especially
Yeah, yeah.
it's like a
They have
superpower.
they have the most advanced military machinery right now, no? Pero
So I'm wondering, nasaan ang
we,
Pilipinas sa conversations na yan? Because,
kaya nga dapat ganun ang negotiations ng ating
yeah,
gobyerno.
yun nga eh.
No,
Napakahina na
yung
negotiate.
mga second-hand ships, no? Pero halimbawa, sabi we're going to buy submarines. Yung pinag-uusapan natin, di ba? How long do you train submariners?
A 10 to 15
Filipino.
years program yan.
Yeah,
It's
Filipino submariners, Filipino submariners, no? How long do you train Top Gun fighter jet fighters, no? So either you start a year ago, no?
start earlier, yeah.
Yeah, so hindi ganun kabilis yan. And war is almost imminent,
Yeah.
no? So whether we like it or not, either we don't participate in any war or we rely on others.
Yeah.
But dahil wala pa
But my
tayong
point, yun nga, it's hard to be neutral given the geography and the US alliance. I mean,
Yeah.
we may not be interested in Taiwan crisis, but the Taiwan crisis is interested in us,
Yeah,
unfortunately,
yeah.
right? So, kaya ang hirap ng situation for us. Na, ang point ko lang, I hope we get more. Kasi, look at it, until now, we're discussing all of these things with Sweden, fighter jets, missiles, India, Korea. Where's the US? I mean, nasan yung advanced US weapon systems? They're giving the best tanks to Egypt. I'm not even talking about...
Australia cannot give us anything, no?
So, yun nga, like, anong ambag na to?
We bought boats from Japan. We bought fighter jets from Korea, di ba? Pero yung US parang wala pa eh. So where is it? No? At least India, top of the line itong kanilang mga missiles na ito. Hindi ito mga basta-basta.
Yeah, and they're willing to give us soft loans pa and code jointly developed, meaning give us some tech transfer capability. So ang ganda ng terms ng India and even Korea probably.
Yeah, we can even negotiate drone capacity from them cheaply.
Or
no?
Turkey.
Cheaply.
Or even Turkey, we can work with them on drone production. And kaya sabi ko parang nakakapusan ako sa alliance natin with the US. Considering how big we are to them.
Anong sabi ng mga kausap mo sa DC?
Yeah, I mean, my understanding is that, you know, they want to have the maximal access because they're preparing na for D-Day. So, kaya love na love nila si BBM. Ako naman, ang point ko is BBM is still hedging his bets kasi hindi naman syunga yung mga yan eh. They want to also get something out of this aside from other things we can discuss, right? So,
we need less love and more
weapons.
more weapons.
More real weapons, exactly. Hindi pwede love lang. Yeah, ako, you know, even though we make fun of BBM traveling and all, there's a lot happening because as he goes to Australia, they're going to talk about Taiwan. As he goes to anywhere in the world, dahil sa sobrang mahalaga ng Pilipinas ngayon. But
pero kausap ko yung mga Australians kanina over lunch, no?
Yeah.
Talagang may limits yung pwede nilang ibigay sa atin because they're also buying hardware.
Yeah, and they have yung submarine nila ilan hundred billion.
Yeah, wala silang military industrial complex sa Australia, no? Yan yung problema nila, no? Wala silang maitutulong sa atin. They're expecting the Americans to do that. Pero hanggang ngayon wala pa ako masyadong nakikita eh.
Yun nga, I mean, transport, air, may mga ganyan, I get it. Pero hindi, I'm talking about fighter jets, multi-role vessels, I'm talking about
transport
advanced.
or backward linkages eh. Yung kan mo.
Yeah, sobrang kulang.
Kahit pa lang defense capability eh.
I mean, I get that we shouldn't rely on the US, we should have diversified networks, but this is your only treaty ally, right?
At ang problema, pag nanalo si Trump, lalong hindi magbibigay yon. No?
Although, baka tumawag
Yeah.
si Imelda Marcos, di ba? They'll talk about their New York days, partying in Manhattan.
Ang malapit kay Trump, ang BFF ni Trump, si Digong.
Ay, ibang usapan yan. Ako, ibang usapan. Pero, di ba, Donald Trump doesn't like losers, di ba? Medyo loser na yung isa.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Salamat, Sir Ronald. Napahabang discussion natin kasi we're catching up for 2 weeks. Ay, 2 weeks. Yeah, more than 1 week hindi discussion. Pero talagang dahil sa Brazil yan, I think once we discuss Brazil, we lost 30 minutes there. Mahabang usapan yan eh. Thank you so much, Sir Ronald Diaman,
Anytime, Big
for these
R.
fantastic sets of
Yeah.
episodes. Hope to catch up soon on more interesting developments. And Ronald, huwag kalimutan, drip, gluta tayo, vitamin C.
Vitamin C daw yun.
Vitamin C. Vitamin C. Talk to you soon.
Welcome back, Big R.
Salamat po. Talk to you soon. God bless.